All right, if you're a wireless professional, you know there's an invisible enemy out there, one that can take a network you've designed perfectly and just bring it to its knees. I am, of course, talking about radio frequency interference, RFI. It's one of the toughest challenges we face, and today, we are going on the hunt. And for this whole deep dive, we're pulling from an amazing field guide. All this info comes straight from Appendix B of a detailed report by the pros at RFI Detectives. They're part of Virtualization Options LLC. Seriously, think of this as our playbook for tracking down those super elusive wireless problems. So let's set the stage here. The problem really starts in what we call the ISM bands, the industrial, scientific, and medical bands. I mean, this is the airspace where all our Wi-Fi lives. But man, it is getting unbelievably crowded. And this really gets to the heart of the issue, doesn't it? Your Wi-Fi network isn't operating in a vacuum. It's basically trying to have a conversation in a room where everyone else is shouting. You've got Bluetooth, security cameras, all those IoT gadgets, and yeah, even the microwave in the break room, all competing for the exact same airspace. That battle is the root cause of interference, and it's why getting a stable connection can feel like a constant fight. So, how do you even know when you're losing that fight? Well, the very first step in any investigation is just knowing what to look for. You've got to be able to spot the symptoms, the telltale signs that RFI is starting to wreak havoc on your network. I'm willing to bet this list looks painfully familiar to you. You get that trouble ticket that just says the Wi-Fi is slow, or users are complaining they keep getting dropped from the network, their video calls are all choppy, web pages time out. These are not just random glitches, okay? These are the classic textbook symptoms of an RFI problem that's just lurking under the surface, waiting for you to find it. And this is where the real detective work kicks in. Before you even touch a piece of gear, you got to observe. You got to ask the right questions. Does the network completely tank every single day around noon? Maybe it's the whole office nuking their lunches in the microwave at the same time. Does it only act up when the security team is making their rounds? Well, maybe their gear's the problem. These patterns are your first and honestly your most valuable clues. Okay, so you've got some clues. Now you need to follow that trail. And to do that, you have to have the right equipment. I'm telling you, using the right diagnostic tool is the difference between solving this thing in an hour versus pulling your hair out for weeks. Now, check this out, because this is a critical distinction. A regular Wi-Fi analyzer app, it's great. It'll show you other Wi-Fi networks, help you find a less crowded channel. But it is completely blind to everything else. A professional spectrum analyzer, on the other hand, sees everything. It sees the entire radio environment, it sees the Wi-Fi, sure, but crucially, it also sees all the noise from non-Wi-Fi devices. We're talking cordless phones, baby monitors, all those rogue signals that are so often the real source of your headache. And this quote from the guide just nails it. These advanced features, they are not just bells and whistles. A waterfall display or a spectrogram actually lets you see how the RF environment is changing over time. It lets you physically see that blast of energy from a microwave turning on or the constant chatter from a broken wireless device. Suddenly, you're not guessing anymore. You are seeing the evidence with your own two eyes. All right, you've recognized the symptoms, you've got your pro-level toolkit ready to go. Now it is time for the hunt. But you can't just run around waving an antenna in the air hoping for the best. You need a process. You need a systematic, methodical way to track that interference right back to its source. And this workflow from the guide, this is your playbook. First, you survey the scene. You map out the area to find those hot spots where performance is the worst. Then, you start thinking like a scientist. You isolate variables. Let's try turning off that new wireless security camera. Did the problem go away? If it did, you're getting warm. Then you log data over time, kind of like a detective on a stakeout, just waiting for that intermittent signal to pop up again. And finally, you analyze its signature. Every device leaves a unique RF fingerprints, and with the right tool, you can match that print to your culprit. And that's really the bottom line here. Success comes from putting those sophisticated tools together with a logical process. It's all about eliminating possibilities one by one, correlating events, and just gathering the evidence. This is how you solve not just the easy problems, but those really baffling ones, the ones that have stumped everybody else. Because let's be real, in our line of work, the hunt for interference never, ever truly ends. So I'll leave you with this question to chew on. Thinking back on your own experiences out in the field, what is the most unexpected, the most surprising, or the most just plain weird source of RFI you've ever managed to hunt down?